The Wall Street Journal wrote an op-ed attempting to defend Donald Trump in this impeachment inquiry, and Trump is not having it. So here is the defense. First of all, the section says, intriguingly, Mr. Bill Taylor says in his statement that many people in the administration oppose the Rudy Giuliani effort, including some in senior positions at the White House. This matters because it may turn out that while Mr. Trump wanted a quid pro quo policy ultimatum towards Ukraine, he was too inept to execute it. Impeachment for incompetence would disqualify most of the government and most presidents at some point or another in office. So look, yes, they are calling him inept and incompetent, but they're trying to get him out of being impeached because of it. And let's just acknowledge, this isn't even their idea, or at least they're not the first to come up with this. We made fun of Ben Shapiro a couple weeks ago when he said, no, you gotta be kidding. No, this is not a dude with a plan. And the problem for Republicans, they're not allowed to say that. That's the problem for Republicans, is that if you're a Republican senator and you say that Trump might attack you. So he's saying Trump is too dumb to crime, and you're seeing him there, but enlarged to be human scale. So look, this is the Wall Street Journal and the right wing's intellectual gladiator, both pointing out that Trump is too dumb to commit crimes. And he's also too dumb to just accept their defense, because apparently he's not a fan of it. According to the Daily Beast, the president mentioned he had seen it, that op-ed, and then he started saying things like, what are they talking about? If I wanted to do quid pro quo, I would have done the damn quid pro quo. And then defended his intelligence, and then talked about how perfect the call was, a source said. Another person familiar with the president's comments on the matter corroborated the account.
If you find yourself having to defend your intelligence every day at every turn, I think you might be the problem, and your intelligence just might be in question. Number two, when you have to, there's so many lies. We talked about the exorbitant number of lies this president has been telling since before he was even in office, obviously. When you have a group of people that has to defend it, from the Wall Street editorial board to other politicians in the Republican Party and the RNC and then pundits on television, sometimes the BS is gonna cross over. So now you're like, man, what can we say now? Okay, he just can't do it. Because it went from, the Ukrainians didn't carry out the demands that Trump had. So that defense doesn't really work because you asked for it. Just because you go to the bank with a gun and say, give me all your money, you don't get the money, or you only get $100, doesn't mean you didn't try to rob the bank. So he's too stupid to pull this off. And that's all you got left. And so for a man-child that is never satisfied because he continues to sabotage himself and everyone else around him, there's nothing you can say that's gonna work out. And now we've just reached that point again. Oh, I'm smart enough to pull off crimes. I've been pulling off crimes since 1967. We got you.
I don't remember the exact example, but there's like an 80s movie with this where there's a bunch of kids and there's a dumb kid, and they make fun of the kid by saying like, oh, I bet you're too stupid to run into the street. And he's like, oh, nuh-uh, I'm smart enough to run in the street. Like that's what's happening here between a major news outlet and the president of the United States. Another source goes on to say, he was clearly unhappy, he did not like the word inept. Yeah, but they're trying to protect you, bro.
What he didn't like about the word inept is he didn't know what it meant.
That's true, it seems aggressive. Yeah, they're trying to say that like you wouldn't have put together this complex of a plan with all of its parts and stuff, and he doesn't even know, he doesn't even see that they're trying to help him. This is a Wall Street Journal, they don't want him impeached, they don't want a Democrat in office. But he doesn't get that. He doesn't get his allies.
Defending your intelligence and then going into how you can pull it off anyway. Hey bro, you did. He points out every time. We don't need to go past anything else. And that perfect call, the only thing I'm surprised about is him saying that perfect call in private the way he says in public, because I didn't really think he actually believed that.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't, maybe he really doesn't believe that he
committed a crime. You lie that much, you start believing it.
Exactly. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.